acquaintance for you, Rocky. Acquaintance. Actually, it's not, because when I complained about the weeds earlier, my intrepid staff got me a flower too. So now I'm one of the flower children here at our garden party, which is being held, by the way, in back of the Irish Eyes Tavern here in Richmond Hill in Queens at Atlantic Avenue and Lefferts Boulevard. And we're grateful to Pete and Madeline for letting us come back here and trample the flora and the fauna. And oh, there's some fauna right there. Anyway, get out of my camera. At any rate, and they also lent us a few of these, and this reminds me, I am allergic to oranges, unfortunately, but so we'll just put that down there. And now we go from oranges to a peach, and that is Connie Goodman. And one of the reasons I say that is that she was one of the Rockford Peaches shearing audience section, chief hay fever sufferer in the movie A League of Their Own by Penny Marshall, and I actually was able to spot her without prompting, which was kind of marvelous. And she's a poet, and as I say, she's an actress, a screenwriter, voiceover artist, an improv coach, a game designer, a tournament volleyball player. She has a lot of bounce in her life, and reader for In Touch Networks, and she even is a CPR instructor for Emergency Skills Incorporated. Connie once gave me CPR, and it was the time of my life, let me tell you. Connie, welcome to Poet the Poet.
Oh, thank you, Robert. Good to see you.
How about a little verbal CPR with one of those poems?
Sure. At one with Maya, having savored her ethereal grace and wisdom at the inauguration, and then soared with the glory of her words, I can only know how heaven-sent a time it is to be a poet in and for this world.
Maya who?
Angela.
Oh, yes, of course, silly of me.
Yeah. May I read another?
Oh, sure.
Angelic affirmation. How I long to be, as you are, for this world an angel, and to be forever touched in this life by the loving light that flows from you to me as well. The rhythm of two, wind chimes dancing, souls romancing, bodies lending, ever mending, spirits divining, intertwining, a rhyme in time with you, my love.
Hot ziggity. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
We'll be interspersing questions throughout.
Cool.
Volleyball.
Yeah.
What could volleyball possibly have to do with creating that angelic poetry?
Amazing. Well, good question. I find that poetry helps me with the rhythm and pacing of my poetry work, both in composition and performance. There is a connection. It really does exist.
What happens when you rush the net during a reading?
Well, if you rush the net, you just hope for the best, you know. Just hope to have a good recovery and move on with the game.
Okay, more poems.
Okay. To me you are. To me you are the whisper of fall that inspires the leaves to flourish in awe. To me you are the somber pat of a winter snow that allows the passion of heart to burst forth and flow. To me you are the odessial dawn of the spring dew, where hints of wonderment abound in all things new. To me you are the lull of a summer night that gives to the moon its gentleness of crescent, and to each star its shimmering cadence of mesmeric light. To me you are the rapture of all seasons, where the rhythm of life lends a myriad of reasons for this longing to live in the light of the love that is to me what you are.
Ooh, you gotta keep going.
Sure. Thank you.
Hold up the book. Hold up
Oh,
the
I
book.
will. This is my chapbook, Walk a Giant Piano, and Robert did the cover illustration. He did a gorgeous job.
Oh, shucks.
You did. Okay, and the cover piece, Love's Giant Piano. Walk a giant piano, destination the stars along love's entrancing melody. The night, it is ours.
Yeah, but wait till we get the bill.
Oh.
One more, and then we'll
Sure.
ask another question.
Okay. In the creation of a memory, the swift passage of time, with lasting thoughts sweeping ever by me, all in the creation of a memory.
Connie has provided many wonderful memories, at poetry readings all over the place, but I can't resist asking, how did you ever drift into CPR work?
Well,
first of all, what is CPR, for those who don't
CPR,
know?
CPR is cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
Oh, I thought it was a network of some sort.
No, no, no. It's very important stuff. And one thing about me, Robert, as you may know, I am highly impassioned by all that deals with the human heart, life-saving measures included. So it only follows that I would be involved with CPR and teaching, and Emergency Skills Incorporated is a fabulous company that allows me the chance to do that.
So that's how it works in.
Yes, that's how it works.
And you write screenplays on top of that. How are the screenplays coming?
Oh, they're doing fine. I've written 2 feature film comedy scripts, and I have another script in the works, and I hope to sell them all in my lifetime.
Anything about us?
You never know.
Uh-oh, I better keep my nose clean on that one. All right, back to the poetry.
Sure. Chasing the hands of a clock. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Is it possible, I wonder, to follow the hands of a running clock? Tick, tock, tick, tock. As I gaze, they move not at all. As I look away, only then do they turn. How it is that my curiosity burns a life's lesson I've as yet to learn, that time, as with the clock's gentle ticking, is a treasured thing that must be lived out, and reflection is something that one must earn.
As we get fanned by those gentle breezes.
Oh, how they inspire me so.
All right.
How about this one? Kayanaskatsi, a shaman's lament. Kayanaskatsi, by the way, is a Hopi Indian word that means world out of balance. In dream time, through an eagle's eye, soaring above cloud-filled mountains high, amidst the cascading shore, the shaman's whisper bellows into a roar. As inferno sets in, and as nature exists no more, as our passions consume us in flames, what was once life is no more again. In time, a tear streams down the shaman's eye, and somewhere beyond the rage of this wind, even the eagle is dared to cry.
Well, there is certainly no crying eagles when you start showing up.
Oh. Whip it on whim.
Arf.
On that night while with him, under the haze of whip it on whim, I found in my heart a fleeting fantasical heart, that my imageries wound ever around you once again. Although through those shells we derived hints of passion from the enamoring oxide, into that ballon I blew all of my love into you.
Hot ziggity. Paul will have a doggy treat for your whippet after the show.
Oh, that's great. How about Mystic Void?
How about it?
Boisterously enchanted spirits, flickering, flowing, fleeting, cadenced embers of the night, appear before my window amidst my every solemnly attempted sojourn to dream light, that they are of essence unknown to me, or to anyone, that they are vivified, and here, slowly, darkly decants me down the crevasse of my every most primordial fear. While plunging through this cavernous bath of upheaval-filled unrest, I can feel the fear unfurl in my brain as it saunters and swirls right through to my breast. Inside, I pray for the whispers to be swept away and for the darkness of dusk to dissolve into day. Upon return to threshold of a dawn breaking clear, awareness reveals a day to provide a pendulum of possibilities, and the night to await with a promise of fear. And one more along these lines.
Yes.
Insomnia. Awake upon this ceaseless night as stars burn on through the twilight. I sleep not now as I once did then. Will my soul ever find slumber again?
And when it doesn't, Connie starts writing again. Tell me, you truly are a poet of the heart, Connie, but what mundane considerations get you writing?
Just about anything. Really, all things that are profound, and even those that are simple and somewhat unspectacular. There's something about most anything that...
You're leading up to something, I can tell.
I think so. Let me see. For example, the ghost of a rose. Yeats saw the ghost of a rose. Blake saw God's face in a tree. I, through each longing, still see the ghost of thee.
My problem is I see creditors.
Oh no.
Do you have something that can make me forget all that?
I think so. How about this next one? Paradise profound. One look inside a child's eyes will provide a little part of God.
I want to ask you about the improv aspect of your career, and I'd like you to answer in a funny voice, if possible, because you do voiceovers. How does the improv work help you write the poetry?
I have to use my own voice because it's okay. To simply state the following, and then I'll be delighted to give you any voice you want, darling, but I have to use my own here.
That'll do.
Okay. Improv will give you a place from where to truly take off and limitlessly explore the range and realm of what it is you wish to write about. There's no easier way to put that without getting extraordinarily technical, which I wish I could do.
And
to discuss the who and the where and the what of improvisation and the persona of the subject and the form of poetry, and well, that'll come later.
Let me just interject that, in a sense, all first drafts are improvs.
Absolutely.
Because you never quite know where you're going until you get there.
Right.
And that's probably the secret of the best poems. Connie Goodman, I want to thank you for coming on Poet to Poet.
Thank you.
And I'm going to do a poem just for you now. Unfortunately, it's not by me. Well, maybe it is fortunate. It's hard to tell sometimes. In honor of all those movies, I'm going to give you a poem by my good friend Villanelle Mel, who has gone to a number of movies, and every movie he's seen has this in it. It's called Car Chase.
Oh dear.
But a movie just ain't a movie without a good car chase. Engines racing, sirens screeching, tires squealing, and then the wreck, steel and glass all over the place. Quotable dialogue merely slackens the picture's pace. Monosyllables suffice for cinema's double dealing. But a movie just ain't a movie without a good car chase. Now the inspector unholsters his magnum. Ho ho, brace yourselves. Warning shots aggressively ventilate the ceiling. And then the wreck. Steel and glass all over the place. The inspector's favorite aftershave, a tie-in product, is chemical mace. No wonder the crook's fleeing. Look at his skin peeling. But a movie just ain't a movie without a good car chase. Suddenly the scene shifts. We're in outer space? Fractured laws of physics set the brain reeling, and then the wreck. Steel and glass all over the place. And with the villains captured, the cops sing Amazing Grace. A disco version? Talk about scene stealing. But a movie just ain't a movie without a good car chase, and then the wreck. Steel and glass all over the place. You've done a few of those, I think, the stunt driving and all that. I want to thank Paul DeCoster and Connie Goodman for coming on today, and I can't let this day pass without saying something for my nephew, who just turned 1 year old, or year-old, however you like it. Baby's first birthday. Threw a party for a 1-year-old. Clowns and balloons and hullabaloo. A wonderful time was had by all, except the kid, who never had a clue. And thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time on Poet to Poet.